We're back again with another episode of Financial Diligence with me, Greg B, and our good friend, Ace the Ant. This is where we're taking money and making it relevant to you. Last episode we talked about budgeting, and this time we're going to be talking about savings. So we talked about budgeting and how it's breaking down those four categories, so savings, investing, giving, and spending, and then taking your spending portion and putting that towards those things that you really want. With that, the first part of budgeting is going to be savings. Saving is taking a portion of that big amount that you have and putting it aside for a later date. Or think about that place that you go where you don't want anyone to find you. That's what the savings is for your money. You put it aside out of the way so you can't find it. It's only at specific times that you come out so that people can find you, right? So when you think about the savings, the only time that you go into that savings, the only time you find it is when it's going towards that specific thing that you set it for. With savings, there are three specific things that you can set it for. You can set it for emergencies, you can set it for major events, and you can set it for the future, for far off. This is to make sure that you don't run out of money. So just in case you don't have anything to spend, you always have some hidden away for a rainy day. When we think about savings, remember it's going to be putting money to the side so we don't run out. Because if we only spend our money, then eventually it'll come to an end. And when that happens, we can't get the things that we want, or more important, we can't get the things that we really, really need. So we always want to put money to the side so that we can always have money when those things come up. And the way that we do that is we're going to have those three categories. We're going to have the emergency savings, we're going to have those really big events, and we're going to also have saving for future. With our emergency savings, basically what we're doing is we're taking from all the money we have in our Ace the Ant bank, we're taking from our big pile of savings, and we're going to portion some out. Similar to budgeting, we're going to budget some for an emergency. We're going to budget some just in case something happens. So if we break something around the house, or if there's something that we do that costs money, we have that put to the side to cover that cost. The next thing is saving for big events. That's going to be really important because there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to want to do, and basically this helps you to make sure that you have money to do that. So again, we're going to be taking some from our pile and putting it to the side for big events. Another thing is that we didn't really touch on in budgeting, but you don't have to spend all your spending money. So you can also put that money that you have set aside for spending, you can save that and you can put it into your big events category. So if you have something that costs more than the money that you have to spend, you can save your spending money over time, and that will allow you to go ahead and purchase that big thing. Last portion, usually this is going to be the biggest portion. That amount, you're going to go ahead and put that away for future things, for things that are far off. So that way you always have money. When it comes to your savings, the only time you can touch them is when those things are coming up. The only time you can touch your emergency fund is for an emergency. The only time you can touch your big events is when there is a big event. And the money that you set aside for the future, that money you're actually going to be investing, which we're going to be getting into a little bit more, but you're going to be putting that into account that can make your money what? It can make your money grow. It can make your money grow over time. These are the main things we're going to be thinking about when we're thinking about our savings, when we're putting that money to the side so that way we can save it up for later dates. These are the things we're going to be saving for so that way we can ensure that we always have money whenever anything comes up.